The beauty industry is increasingly targeting teens and children. Varda Imram joins us from DW Business.
So Wada, this all kicked off when an actress named Shay Mitchell launched a skincare line for kids, and that's what brought you to cover it lately. What was different about her line that kind of kicked off this controversy recently?
It's called Rini, which is roughly children in Korean. She started it with her Korean business partner, and the website says that it's elevated by Korean innovation. Now, everything sounds good on paper. What really made people mad or parents really angry was its launch. And it was launched with this image of a toddler, roughly between the age of 2 to 3, with holding a sheet mask on their face. And it's promoting hydrology or so. But it really didn't sit right with so many parents. Under that post, there were comments from people that said, maybe these kids can't even speak, but we're expecting them to put on like a face mask. So I think that image really didn't sit well with a lot of people, and it ruffled a lot of feathers. And so there was this kind of backlash on the actress. And what this shows is that the beauty landscape has completely transformed. Now, this multi-step skincare, multi-step skin prepping has become for all ages, and that is not the case. There are a lot of people, including dermatologists and scientists, who say that a lot of these products are not good for a child's skin.
Varda, I was one of these kids, or maybe more of a young teenager, who was buying, cheap nail polish or Wet n Wild branded blue lipstick or something like that from the drugstore back in the day. But that was because I could see it when I went into the store to do, errands with my parents or whatever. Where are these kids, some as young as 3, you're saying, where are they even learning about skincare regimes?
Well, a lot of it is first watching your parents, right? This is also what the actress Shay Mitchell said. She said that, my children want to do something with mom when she's doing her skin routine. So that was kind of the inspiration behind it. So the first step of exposure is definitely the parents, but that's not all. The biggest role is played by social media. Now, I don't know if you two have come across this trend, hashtag Sephora Kids. Have you guys seen it?
Yes. Yeah,
I think I'm in a different algorithm than you guys.
I relate to you, Varda. I definitely relate to you.
Right. So, Daniel, because you've not seen it, I'm going to paint you a picture, right? Imagine that there's tens of thousands of videos of moms, of older sisters, kind of taking their younger sisters who are in elementary school, sometimes even younger, to go to Sephora to buy, and have like a Sephora haul. So it's goodie bags filled with, I'm not even sure if they're age appropriate at that point, but this idea of children wanting to go and, go through beauty aisles, see all the products, see all the colors. And this kind of trend has been one of the drivers for in-store shopping, but that's not all, because beauty products is one of the biggest drivers of sales of TikTok Shop. That means that when you kind of see this trend on TikTok, your next instinct is to buy it. And so you go to the TikTok Shop and you press, buy. But the thing is that we're not sure how people are able to regulate this to see if it's a dupe, if it's an original, what is this child buying, So it's kind of blurry over there.
Okay, Wada, I'm going to turn the heat up a little bit and play bad cop. All right. There are millions of parents who are buying this for their kids. It's very rarely going to actually be the kids themselves who are buying this. Isn't it just something that kids have always done? They've copied their parents. They want to dress up, play like they're grown up. Is there any evidence that this actually harms kids in any way?
Yes. Well, Yale medicine dermatologist Kathleen Susie, she did a study about this, and she said most children need 4 things: water, a very, very gentle cleanser, lotion, so moisturizer, and sunscreen. That's it. Anything else can be detrimental to a child's skin. I mean, someone who's that young already has a very healthy skin that's going to get better over time. And you don't need to break that barrier with all these products. But it's not just the Yale survey, it's also other research. Now, the expert that I spoke to when I was working on this topic, she had a rather grim forecast. She said that because of all the extra skincare younger children or younger people are doing right now, we might be seeing an increased reporting of skin inflammation in the future because they will have used all these products, which which they're not meant to. So definitely there is research that suggests that this is not really good.
Stepping back, when we're talking about skincare, how big of a part of the beauty industry is this?
Well, the global beauty industry, according to McKinsey, is valued at $450 billion. Now, the number sometimes is between 350 billion to 400, but the thing is, it is a big industry, and skincare is $113 billion from that. So it's already grown into a really big segment. And now, if you go into the US alone, it's slated to go to $30 billion worth in the coming years. So it's actually a very big market, and what we're seeing, celebrities, brands, everyone's opening up shop on this, so it's just going to get bigger.
Okay, and Wada, is this a case of these companies trying to get in early, lock in loyal customers for life at their early years? And are there any rules against this kind of thing? Any kind of marketing, protection against the type of marketing which could influence younger people?
I'm so glad you brought that up, Daniel, because, this consumers for life thing is literally one of the biggest criticisms of this new baby skincare or skincare for tweens movement. And it's coming from all directions, from scientists to critics to observers. They're all saying that it's setting up this young child to forever be a consumer. And it actually is a profitable demographic because, like we discussed, children are not buying these products themselves. It's their parents that are buying it. So if you have willing parents and wealthy parents, then why would businesses step away from this, And talking about marketing, because I think none of these brands are directly marketing to children, they're outsourcing this to influencers, who will use a drop of this, a drop of that in their videos, and just seeing this is marketing enough. So I'm also worried about the lack of rules around this, but hopefully, the bigger it becomes, the more we'll be able to regulate it.
And that was just a sneak peek of our show, The Dip. If you want to check out more of our show, you can scan the QR code that's appearing on your screen right now.
And thank you very much for watching, and we'll be back here again, same time, same place. Until then, thank you very much for watching The Dip.